Hey, welcome back to the Final Fantasy Ever Crisis. This is Al Shalat. Tonight we're going to be looking at the new Crash against Stilva. The Crash 2. Kind of disappointed in this one, to tell you the truth. It seems very, very easy with the new Tifa. Even if you have a lower OB or if you have a different team with like a support, it just falls over by the time the sigil phase is over, or sometimes even with a good team before the sigil phase starts. So you really only take one AoE, then poison, and then it's over. I gotta switch these up. But yeah, I'll show a couple different ways to kill it. Using a support character to lower P attack and lower MDef. There is a bonus on it this time, 70% extra M attack, which last time we had the first Crash, it was either or. It didn't have a bonus like that, so people could run Ice Tifa, the Holy Flame gloves with her exploit Daffodil, or people were running Yuffie with the Nanaki Wreath, and both of those options worked out for the first Crash. But this time, M attack is favored. There's also a character-specific bonus for Glenn to raise his PDef and MDef by 70%, but that's just a bait. You don't even really need a tank in this fight if your account's strong at all, you know. I'll show you in just a second how fast the boss falls over. I did level up the new Memoria. It's ice again, which is bizarre. It's the exact same as the last one we just got for lightning, except for the bonus is for terrestrials instead of humanoids. So you do get, and it's only 10%. That's strange. The humanoid bonus was 20. But you do get then an extra 10% of damage on Stilva from using this new Memoria. Since we're gonna skip most of the mechanics, and they did change the mechanic order of the fight, we're only building for PDef. We're not gonna see Trine, so we don't need MDef. So in the support, I just put a PDef all and M attack all. Same thing in the healer. Full DPS for Tifa. And yeah. Vince has his new gun and his new costume for 4 tiers MDef down. And then his 1976, which is kind of like an electro cannon, P attack, M attack down for support. And I chose him because his ult gives an amp, so I'll get a big juicy hit off of Tifa with that. And Aerith just has her new rod and Citric. By all means, I don't think you need any of these weapons OB10 to kill this thing. It might take a little bit longer, but yeah. And at first I tried Aerith's new costume with the PDef all allies. But it really wasn't needed, so I put on her Bahamut robes for a couple extra % attack. Because the first AoE, the physical hit, it was just tickling the team, so I took the PDef all costume off. So let's give it a shot. Gonna start out by applying Citric. Gonna wait for Citric and the new Aerith weapon before doing AC gloves, so it raises both tiers. Citric, go over to Vincent, we can start lowering attack. Aerith's gonna raise P-Def and put up the magic bonus. She can do AC gloves into her ult. Second attack down on Vince. Into MDef down. Start attacking with her. Then we can sit on Aerith and wait for the, well, let's see if we get one more off. Maybe. Nope. Alright, we're gonna heal with the ult. One more of those. Attack with her. Ult on him. There's the poison. So I put poison Asuna. We just do it one at a time. The healing used to be so much more intense in this fight that we used to use B-Rod with the Asuna all just to save ATB. You just overspeed and kill him now. The sigil phase is coming up. But we're gonna skip most of it because there we go. There's Shiva's ready and he's dead. It's almost making me wonder if we could just like auto battle this fight. Might try that in a second. I wanted to show another build with 2 DPS too, similar to the dungeon ranking team that we just did with kind of a support slash DPS Cloud instead of Vincent. So Cloud's gonna bring that ice bonus, and he's gonna bring the MDef down with full throttle. This is the team right here. Guess I'll need to switch this. Heal, sort by heal. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's just this Cloud. His attack all allies to make Tifa a little bit stronger. So, and I put a D-Brave on him just to help with the damage from the first hit. So here goes this team. And we aren't even going to see the sigil phase start with this one. Alright, he's going to interrupt. And I'm going to go into Citric. Citric, ice bonus on Cloud. Waited on the new weapon for Aerith, and then we're going to do AC gloves. Start lowering MDef with Cloud. Can ult with Tifa. MDef again on Cloud. Attack with Tifa. Then we're gonna guard. Then we're gonna heal and ult on Aerith. Yeah, with the new costume on Aerith, they didn't even go into the red on that AoE. That's why I ended up putting in the Bahamut robes. And he's dead before Shiva's even ready. So that's with 2 DPS. That's the dungeon team that we just used, pretty much. I didn't even apply the D-Brave. That's why they went into the red. If I applied the D-Brave with Enfeeble, it wouldn't have even, they wouldn't have even been red HP. Now, one more test. Let's just see if I can auto-battle it with the Vincent team. Let's just see what the game does. But yeah, I'm so disappointed in this Crash. The Crash battles are what I look forward to each month in this game. And the first Stilva last year was just, It was so much fun. It was very, very precise in execution. It was right when Sid came out, so we needed to use oh, I don't have the auto. Oh, it's on auto. It should be fine. All right, let's just see what these guys do and see if we survive. This is bizarre. But yeah, Sid had just come out with the stop mechanic, so the original fight had to use stop during the sigil phase, so you'd have enough time to break the sigils. Otherwise, what's it called? It was pretty much impossible to break all the sigils without his stop. And there was also a part in the middle of the fight where the boss would do, what's it called? Magic Breath, which did like 5 tiers down of lightning resistance and fire resistance. And then he followed it up with an AoE that would kill you, unless you stop with Sid from his limit break, and then the debuff would fall off in time. And it was just much more creative. You could use a physical team or a magic team. And then, as well, it was when we had to start using, like, what's it called, the P-Def all and M-Def all guild weapons. They were a big thing, where we'd have to use like 2 of them in the fight, because he hit so hard. I'm gonna actually just use the summons, but I'm just letting it play out auto. Otherwise, I'll hit their overspeed too, I guess. Jeez, this is disappointing. Why is she using AC gloves twice in a row? Oh! Well, there we go. Auto-battled the Crash 2. What else was fun about that other fight? Oh yeah, the poison, the AoE poison. The healing was so tight with ATB that we like kind of had to use B-Rod with the Asuna All to take care of the poison and then heal up before trying the big magic hit, which they took trying out before the sigils. It used to be a big physical hit, then AoE poison and some untelegraphed attacks into Trine, which was a magic AoE with a gauge that we had to time Shiva right before it went off to make sure that the gauge was empty, and they just removed that from the Crash 2, which is also disappointing to me, because you had to balance physical and magic defenses that way, you know? And then there was the big single target phase after the sigil phase, which we didn't even see now, where Sid would bait it. It was before we had overspeed, before there was a tank roll. Sid would act as the tank because we'd bait the single target stuff with him having the highest HP. And doing single target heals, swapping stances during that was just so much fun. I loved the first Stilva fight, and this one is just, it's disappointing me, man. I don't mean to be a downer, but I hope this video helped you in any way. I don't think anybody should really have an issue with this one. Any strong magic ice could probably pull this off, even if you just have Yuffie, or I bet the old Sephiroth could even do it with all the other buffs that we have now. I don't see this being a problem. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, please. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.